Welcome to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. Marcellus Vernon Cocaina. Wiley looking crispy in that Clorox. Every time I wear white on this show, I feel all right, man. We're going to have us an amazing show. We ain't going to waste any time. We're going to get right into it with what's up with that dude. Well, yesterday after the show, I went to Fabric VC's Fund Mixer. Woo! I got it out. Basically, that is a fund that has been created, trying to raise $10 million, already at $2 million for diverse CEOs. You catch that? And diversity looked different to me yesterday when I was there than I expected, right? It was women who want to be CEOs and have companies that exit as a whale, as a $1 billion company. There was a trans VC there. Trans, yeah, like used to be a woman, now a man married to a woman who wants to exit and obviously set that precedent as well. You saw all different types of people in attendance. It was fun. Great people, executives with big pockets, a lot of people with amazing networks, all just trying to connect. It's funny, you walk right in. It was at this place, Yamashiro, if you know LA. It's like the restaurant with the best views in LA, top of Hollywood Hills Mountain. So you get up there and already before you even eat and drink, you're just like, I love life. Thank you, Lord. You feel right. You feel like you're close to God. You can touch him and give him a high five. So then you walk in, bar. I ain't got to go nowhere else. I'm at the bar hydrating, you know me. And then, at first everybody, until they get their second or third drink, then they relax. But at first it's just stay in your little social circle, the pocket, the people you're familiar with. It's just, hey, haven't seen you in a while. Then after that second, third drink, you start noticing everybody was just saying hello to everybody and breaking bread. That was fun. Congratulations to my homegirl, Laurel Mintz, who threw that fund mixer. After that, went to my boy Alex's house. He's a father at my school. One of the things I love about my school is the community they have really created. Like a lot of my friends now are just parents from the school. And then, the kids come over, have a play date, then the parents just sitting there sipping one or two, chilling. It's an amazing time. So I went there yesterday to watch the Fakers lose. Damn, Lakers was up, then they were down, then they were up, then they lost. So I was like, God dang, that's crazy. So sipping a little tequila, had a little pizza, had a lot of pizza, let me stop lying. And then watched the movie I never saw before. Y'all probably saw it. It was Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, Face Off. I've never seen that movie before. And we didn't finish last night because we started way too late. But halfway through, yeah, other than the fact that if you look at any movie that's 20, 30 years old, we getting old, y'all, because it looks different. It looks so dusty and so typical. It's crazy. And I'm like, I remember 1997. That's the year I got drafted. You trying to tell me I'm dusty and typical. So that was crazy. All right, other than that, every Friday, I'm trying to create free Friday giveaways, right? We've been talking about that. Got hit by that lightning again. Finally, we know who's going to win this. This jersey is going to the oldest Hall of Fame member in Wiley's world. Guess what his name is? Adrian Carr, at Adrian Carr 8477. This is your jersey, big dog. So hit your boy up. We're going to hit you up. We're going to send this to you. I'm going to sign this for you as well. Now, if you want something special on there, you better hurry up and hit your boy. If not, you're just going to get that dude. You're going to get that MV Wiley right there. But all love to Adrian Carr. He was the first Hall of Fame member, so you got to give him some legacy love for that. Let's blow up his spot. Other than that, let's talk about next week, because everybody's like, yo, that's cool, that's fresh, but what about next week? Well, next week, we going here, and this is a game worn. Now, this looked like it was in face-off. Look how dusty this jersey look. It look old school, but it's a classic right here. Buffalo Bills. So next week, jump up in that membership. Become who you are to get that jersey. All right, let's get into the damn show. Speaking of Hall of Famers, right? Yes, AB, Antonio Brown, is going to be a future Hall of Famer. Y'all stop hating. He's set to return to football later this month to play for his own indoor football franchise, the Albany Empire. What they saying, come to America? The boy got his own money. The boy got his own team. It's crazy. So the former NFL receiver will return to football later this month. Brown says he's set to take the field for the Albany Empire, a team he owns in the National Arena League, and it'll be Brown's first football action since his infamous NFL exit at the end of the 2021 season. I would take off my shirt like that fool did when he was running out of the stadium. Remember when he played for Tampa Bay in the game, and in the middle of it at MetLife Stadium, he said, okay. He was like, deuces. But he did deuces like this. He was just gone. Shirt off. He didn't give a damn. That's a crazy way to say peace to the NFL. So it'll be his first football action, we know. And he claims he's spoken to former Patriots quarterback Cam Newton. Cam wants to join the franchise in some capacity as well. We'll see how those discussions go. But it's starting to sound like football kind of adjacent, like all the guys who can't make it there are having issues. They're going to go now play arena. That's interesting. So indoor football returned to Albany 2021. The Empire bearing the same name as the group from the defunct team in the Arena League, all right? So Brown's ownership of the Empire, this is funny, is his latest controversial football stunt. Let me tell you why. In a report from the Times-Union, the receiver claimed that he's 100%, 100, the owner of the team through a letter from his representatives that claims he has no direct control of the Empire. You catch that? A letter from the rep says he has no direct control of the Empire, the two-time defending NAL champions. Instead, the team is said to be owned by a foreign trust of which he is a representative. Damn! So he got his own money, but it ain't the money he used to get the team because the team ain't his. But he must be something, because not only is he labeled the owner, but he gonna force himself to play, and you know damn well he gonna start. That's one thing about it, dog. If it's my team, we ain't got no depth chart. Shit. I am tilting. I'm the quarterback and I'm the center, damn it. I'm snapping the ball to myself. That's what I would do if I'm Antonio Brown. So what y'all think of AB right now? Golly, you talking about falling off in terms of how people think of him. I know I look at AB suspect, even though I have a tremendous respect for how he played the game. I can't lie about that. And I would never lose that. But boy, is it dressed up now with a lot of BS. What y'all think about AB? Is he really the owner? Or he over there faking it and trying to make it? Let's see. And is Cam coming? If Cam coming now, I'm definitely going to watch, because we got a quarterback and a receiver. Let's see that electricity. Coming up next on Never Shut Up, speaking of something we always see, Dwayne Johnson on the big screen. But right now, we might be seeing Dwayne Johnson in court. Yeah. Met with a $4.8 billion franchise lawsuit. Oh, God. We got a problem right here. We got to talk through this next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reese TV. Who over there trying to mess with The Rock, girl? True. No, The Rock ain't did nothing. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley, thanking you for your viewership on Brinks TV and Reese TV and your membership on YouTube, Wiley's World. Yes, I love you guys. Speaking of that, Adrian Carr, yes, is the winner of this crispy throwback Chargers jersey. This will be coming to you. Want to see if you can fit it. You must be a big dude if you could fit into that. And for all you guys out there, it's like, where's my gift? Well, next week, somebody can get one of the Buffalo Bills stomping through yours. So this is next week, and let's get into this next story where actor Dwayne Johnson met with a $4.8 billion lawsuit. See, this was tripping about the court system. Like, The Rock has been killing it, not only monetarily, but in terms of like reputation. And then he gonna get sued for more than he got. Because I know he been killing. He ain't got $4.8 billion on it. But somebody thinks that, hey, shoot for the stars and land on the moon. All right, so Dwayne Johnson has been in the limelight the last couple of weeks for a reason that many would not have expected. Raise your hand if you didn't expect this. Right here. The Rock, alongside his business partner, Danny Garcia. Y'all know who Danny Garcia is? Yeah, his business partner is his ex-wife. That's how different The Rock is, man. That's special right there. And several other defendants have been named in the lawsuit by Tranisha Biggers. So one, I love clowning names. So if you get offended by that, this might not be the show for you. Because I love clowning names, including my name. Because my name gets butchered all the time and I laugh it off. Tranisha Biggers? Oh, that sounds like some Chappelle Show stuff. Somehow, some way, we need a Chappelle Show back to get at Tranisha Biggers. But she would be the type to sound like she's suing for billions of dollars. Oh, also known by her ring name. Y'all remember that? Raka Khan. Raka Khan. Raka Khan, Raka Khan. I like that one though right there. Alleged kidnapping. Okay, I should stop smiling now. May be real. The lawsuit, which just moved forward in court, alleges that Johnson and Garcia hired 3 men to forcibly remove Biggers from her Tampa home. Uh-oh. From there, the former wrestler says she was taken to a Miami hotel, physically, emotionally abused. Also says she was threatened by Johnson and Garcia. While neither of the two has spoken publicly, a joint statement from their legal team shared that they categorically deny any involvement in the alleged incident. Look forward to clearing their names in court. That's all you can say. It's the worst. You guys ever been accused of something? Raise your hand. I have. Okay. You get accused of something, then you get lawyered up. And when you get lawyered up and you have to talk to the police, less is more, right? So the less you say, the more it's going to help you. It's crazy though, because it's counterintuitive. You almost think, man, I ain't do nothing. Let me just say this and let me just I wasn't even there, you know? And that actually comes back to haunt you more times than not. So you got to put out these blanket statements and just say nothing, even though you know you want to go there and say it all. All right, so a court date has yet to be announced. No other statements issued. All right. Now, this is interesting. The Texas court indicates that Biggers still has a bench warrant out for her after not appearing for a criminal trial in 2022 in Texas, where she was to face charges of interference with child custody and, check this out, aggravated kidnapping facilitate. Wow. So she literally suing somebody for kidnapping, and she had a charge against her for kidnapping, basically. All right, the lawsuit, Dwayne Johnson sat stale for months. Court records show that Biggers paid the court fees in full, allowing the case to go forward. Now, Tranisha Biggers, see, now all of a sudden, you can see the powers that be. For whatever reason, likability, let's just start there. I'm going to read y'all some stuff on Tranisha Biggers because they already trying to slant it or stain our brain in terms of who Tranisha Biggers is beyond her name. Currently on the El Paso Police Department's wanted list, and back in 2019 was placed on El Paso's most wanted fugitive list for child custody charges. Yep, you are messing with a big dog. Other defendants in the Dwayne Johnson lawsuit include state of Texas. Damn, she's suing the whole state. I lived in Dallas. Would you imagine this happened when I was in Dallas playing for the Cowboys when I sucked? And then she gonna sue me too? I'm like, what you mean? I ain't even doing nothing out here. The El Paso Child Protective Services, the Las Cruces, New Mexico Police Department, NYPD. Whoa, wait a minute, New Mexico, Texas, NYPD. Damn, girl, why don't you just sue the US of A? The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, New York ACS. Yo, she's suing the Q Dogs. She's suing the Omega Psi Phi fraternity, Shirley Police Department. I didn't know Shirley grew up to have a police department. I remember Shirley from the 8th grade, big Shirley. Sigma Phi Epsilon, I think that's Sigmas, yeah. Suffolk County, New York, the whole county. Bank of America, Home Depot, and even the FBI. Whoa, why am I laughing? I'm only laughing because she's suing so many people. You know how many enemies you're going to have? Even if you win this, where you going to go, girl? Amid the lawsuit, multiple reports have indicated that Dwayne Johnson is no longer being considered for a role in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, man. But his relationship with Disney is still strong. I want to talk a little bit about that, as The Rock will star, thank God, in the live action movie still, Moana. Make way. If they would have messed with Moana, oh, I don't care. He could have used me for alibi. I lied for The Rock to be back in Moana. All I need. That movie is up there with Lion King. It ain't Lion King because I'm just not going to give you credit for being Lion King, but damn it, Moana's amazing. I've seen it 1,000 times. Okay, so they're set to begin filming this October. What was your reaction to hearing everything I just said, y'all? Show me in the comments. My reaction was, wow. It did go to a place where, is this real or fake? I don't know. Evidence is going to tell me that. I know The Rock personally. I've been on Ballers a few times. I knew him. We used to go to the same gym, see him all the time, blah, blah, blah. I think he's an amazing guy. I know a lot of amazing people, and even some people that I know that have done some really bad things. Like I know a murderer, right? Being real. This guy, 98% of the time, is an amazing cat. This one guy I'm talking about. The other 2%, I'm sorry, y'all. Everybody don't know, but you could go there. So my point of that is, with The Rock, when he was what? When he only had $8, I think that's the name of his production company, $8, when he was down to his last $8. Who was that guy? You know, who was he in character? I would love to testify and tell everyone how amazing The Rock is, but can you do that for everybody you know to the fullest, to the 100%? It's going to be interesting to see what comes from this, but I'm glad that Disney is treating him as an innocent guy until proven guilty. Except there's a little hypocrisy in there because he's not being allowed for the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. What are we going to do about that? If you're innocent until you're proven guilty, you should be allowed to have all the opportunities you would have had even after the accusations. Coming up next on Never Shut Up, the Dodgers, they disinvite. Oh, this is a bad word with this. LGBTQIA plus. The group from Pride Night. Y'all know how this is about to happen. It's about to go down. Let's talk through that story next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reach TV. Not the rock, girl. Real. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley, thanking you for your viewership on Brinks TV. Yeah, you like that? And Reach TV, and for your membership on YouTube in Wiley's World. And our winner today of the Friday free giveaway is Adrian Carr. Adrian, you get this crispy throwback Chargers jersey autograph sent to you. And for all you guys saying, man, you hook me up. Yeah, well, next week on Friday, we'll be giving away this Buffalo Bills jersey to one proud member. All right, let's get into the story with the Dodgers that disinvite LGBTQIA. I did it without looking that time, damn it. Oh, no, I didn't. I forgot the plus. Like ESPN over there charging me too much for this plus. I'm like, what the? I got ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN8, ESPN3, and then I got a plus 2. But I got to watch my MMA. I got to see my UFC. All right, so the group is called the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. They were disinvited to the team's annual Pride Night after opposition from conservative Catholic groups. See, all this inclusion stuff. Y'all including everything except reality and truth. All right, I'm going to throw me a picnic, and it's going to be inclusive. You ready for the picnic? All right, I'm going to invite all the Crips and all the Bloods. In 1989, it wasn't going to happen, right? What? And peace treaty only lasted 3 days in L.A., y'all. Y'all need to stop. I mean, sometimes, like, y'all got to think through these things. It sounds amazing on the billboard. It sounds amazing on the whiteboard. It ain't happening in real life. People have differing beliefs. All right. So here's the quote. Given the strong feelings of people who have been offended by the sisters' inclusion in our evening, and in an effort not to distract from the great benefits that we have seen over the years of Pride Night, we are deciding to remove them from this year's group of honorees, the Dodgers said in a statement. Okay, so get it. Pride Night, they have it. Pride Night, they continue to want to have, right? But there's this one group in there that is going a little too far, and they're like, okay, not them, but still have Pride Night. All right, so the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence first appeared San Francisco, 1979. I do recall them. Watch when I define who they are. You'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen them before. They were in the Castro district in the form of 3 men wearing nun outfits. Y'all remember that? Yeah, I do remember that. It was a whimsical protest over local and LGBTQIA plus, I'm nailing it now, issues. But over the decades, it's grown into a number of loosely organized chapters around the world that engage in charitable and protest work. Okay, so far so good. The group's mission statement says the nonprofit is devoted to community service, ministry, and outreach to those on the edges, and to promoting human rights, respect for diversity, and spiritual enlightenment. Only thing I will push back on is you say you're there for ministry, but then y'all really go in on the Catholic Church. We'll talk about it. Here they are. They say, quote, we use humor and irreverent wit to expose the forces of bigotry, complacency, and guilt that chain the human spirit. I don't know who their PR person is and their writer, but they own one. They are doing their damn job. They writing that. Guilt that chains the human spirit? I'm still in that one, according to the group's website. Opponents, however, people who don't believe them or don't agree with them, urged the Dodgers to retract their decision to honor the group on the grounds that it mocks the Catholic faith. And I do remember some of this. In a letter to Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred, U.S. Senator, oh, we don't got political big time, Marco Rubio, said the sisters dress in lewd imitation of nuns. Do you believe that the Los Angeles Dodgers are being inclusive and welcoming to everyone by giving an award to a group of gay and transgender drag performers that intentionally mocks and degrades Christians? Pause. Wow. That's a lot. They said a lot there. And if you want to take them literally or figuratively, wherever you go with that, you can't say that that will be inclusive if you're the Dodgers. Okay, so, and not only Christians, but nuns who devote their lives to serving others. That's what the Florida Republican wrote. Okay, so on Thursday, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence said the group wasn't anti-Catholic and its members were offended and outraged by the Dodgers' decision. All right. Quote, the Dodgers capitulated in response to hateful and misleading information from people outside their community. LA Pride, which organizes the annual Pride Parade and Festival, and is big, I think everywhere, but in LA, woo, maybe New York got us, but LA, it shut it down out here, said in a statement it was very disappointed in the Dodgers' decision. As a result, and in solidarity with our community, LA Pride will not be participating in this year's Dodgers Pride Night event. Woo, we got beef right here. Oh man, what is it? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Right. They're trying to do the right thing, but boy, they're going to go through hell to do it. Crazy, right? Did the Dodgers make the right move here is what I want to see in these comments, our discussion, right? I want to see. For me, the Dodgers, I don't think this was the right move in this respect because it's happening to comedians. Comedians, and I'm for freedom of speech, but be real, there's no such thing truly as freedom of speech. You can't go into a theater and say fire, right? You can't say everything. You can't say everything everywhere. You know that. You can't do everything everywhere. Here's what the comedians are fighting for. Like, can you please let our jokes be something that is allowed in freedom of speech? I could joke about anything, and I agree with that. But the pushback is, oh man, you're going to say that, but doesn't every single joke have at least an ounce of truth? Oh, damn it. And that's the stalemate right there. Because if y'all clowning the Catholic Church, but y'all, and Christians, but there is some truth to it, we got problems. So, tough one. I'm going to look in the comments to try to understand this one better. Coming up next on Never Shut Up. I ain't got to look in the comments for this one. JJ Redick. We JJ Redick and we here to rock. Boom, boom, boom. Woo! He faces some criticism, some harsh criticism. White liberals love using foolish black men, is what some prominent reporter said about JJ Redick, and they weren't done. Let's talk through that next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reach TV. Oh, JJ trying to defend Ja, but he got a J in his name. Damn it. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus. Wiley, feeling amazing, but I'm only feeling amazing because I'm giving, and I'm making a living off of giving right now. Thanking you guys for your membership to Wiley's World on YouTube and your viewership on Brinks TV and Reach TV. And to put something behind those words, Adrian Carr is the winner of this throwback crispy, going to be autographed to whatever he wants on there, throwback Chargers jersey. And don't feel bad out there for y'all who say, man, you ain't give me nothing. This is the first free Friday giveaway anyway. Relax. Next Friday, somebody can win this. Yeah. Throwback for real. But this is just our regular jerseys. Oh, man, the Buffalo Bills jersey hooked you guys up as well. Now, let's get into this story. Been waiting and debating for all so long. For this JJ Redick story. He faces harsh criticism. I mean harsh. About his comments supporting Ja Morant. Here's the quote, and we're going to get through it. You see it right there at the bottom of the screen. White liberals love using foolish black men. Don't touch that comment, y'all. Don't touch that comment, right? It is toxic. It will box you in. It will be a trap. And I know that cheese look good, but don't be that rat. All right, let's talk through this. JJ Redick trending on Twitter for his emotional perspective on the situation of troubled Grizzlies star Ja Morant, and is now facing the inevitable backlash that always comes. It's inevitable, we know it. And the cynicism that rules social media. Partly, you don't even want to go on social media, you know, especially if you stepped in it in any form or fashion because you just know. I got a lot of friends that will shut down their account. They block people. All I do is mute you, and I never respond to negativity. So, you know, if y'all write something bad about me, I saw it more than likely if I'm not that busy, but I'm not going to give you any more energy. You already got to me. I'm not going to have to return that to engage with you, right? But it does affect people. Come on, everybody. We're still humans. So Redick is hearing plenty of praise also for his thoughts, which basically question why. If Texas Governor Greg Abbott can respond to a mass shooting by telling Texans lightheartedly to buy more guns, remember that, then why is Ja Morant getting the hammer? Why are we trying to lay down the hammer on a 23-year-old who didn't break a law? Interesting. Explain that to me, Redick said during ESPN on First Take this week, right? Let's talk through that a little bit. What is happening right there? What catches people off, even though you can understand his destination and intention, you understand where he's trying to go. You're like, why are you bringing that up? And then the elements of which you're bringing up. Oh, we're building this one right here. Ja Morant, young, 24-year-old, black superstar in the NBA. You bring up white man, conservative, Republican. Oh, you want to talk about that? Interesting. All right, so the gun culture is pervasive in this country, Redick says, and given that, isn't Morant being singled out in sort of a vacuum? Redick doesn't defend Morant's behavior, but points out that for others like Abbott, that there are no consequences. Regardless of political affiliation, white, black, young man, not so young man, he gets thrown all the way and stoned while this guy is just applauded, supported, and voted for. That's what we're setting up in dynamic. The saying is, accuse your enemy of that which you are guilty applies. Conservatives accuse Redick of self-dealing and hypocrisy, for pointing out the hypocrisy, right? Now, Jason Whitlock, y'all know who Jason Whitlock is. Certainly I do. That is my former co-host and still a friend of mine, right? We still chop it up. I haven't seen him in forever, but still chop it up. Jason Whitlock, conservative commentator, brought the height of the criticism to the Redick commentary, accusing Redick of just using Ja Morant in this story because Redick wants a coaching job. Whitlock takes perhaps the most derisive angle possible from which to view Redick's words, asserting that Redick cares nothing about Ja Morant. This is the ultimate clout chase. All right. White liberals love using foolish black men for clout. God, I didn't see that live. Just reading it, I feel the thunder, the electricity that comes from that. Whitlock says Redick is using Ja Morant to chase an NBA head coaching job. He's impersonating Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich to get a job. Now y'all know where Whitlock is going. Whether you agree or not, you get where he's going. Because a lot of times, especially on the gun issue, Steve Kerr obviously affected in his loss of his father, and Greg Popovich, they really go out there and speak loudly and boldly against guns, right? So now they're basically saying, that J.J. Redick's trying to go in there in his own way, doing it with a different lens. All right, I get it. Whitlock hit such a level of rancor that even his fans, many who also listen to Redick's podcast, which is big time, asked if he was doing the right thing with the hot take this time, right? Like, come on, Whitlock. Even your fans was like, many brought up the possibility that even if Redick is looking for a head coaching job, that maybe his sentiments still are sincere and not pandering. What do you guys think about that? I'll tell you what I think after we get to one more person that I know that has some criticism from J.J. Redick, but threw the rock and hit his hands in this respect. Charles Barkley seemed to clearly be calling out J.J. Redick during the Inside the NBA show. He went as far as to call whoever he was talking about, J.J. Redick, and others defending Ja Morant freaking idiots. Well, first of all, I got to say this, man. We got some ideas, some jackasses on television. Barkley said that they really just pissed me off, talking about Ja should make a stand, saying he didn't break any laws. He didn't do anything wrong. We are in a state where you can carry a gun. Those guys are just freaking idiots. All right, I unpacked it. You know me, when it's sensitive, I got to unpack it literally, even if it takes a little time. Now let's get into the conjecture. Let's get into the opining on that. Your thoughts on J.J. Redick's comments? Well, my thoughts on J.J. Redick's comments, I didn't like the whataboutism that came from that. Like, and I've gotten caught before doing that as well. It's a way that we kind of do it in media in terms of trickery, just to kind of give reference, right? Perspective. So a lot of times you see it with kids. You know, one kid does something, in the same moment you try to go over there and discipline them, what do they say? But what about when they did, right? And you're like, but I am talking about you. I'm talking about this. And being real, talking about a politician in this moment doesn't make sense for J.J. Redick, because we're not talking about your basic Second Amendment rights. We're not talking about your citizenship rights. We're not talking about any of that. We're talking about an employee of the NBA, when the last time I checked, no politician is. So when we start talking about this situation, for you to now stretch the borders to just grab whatever you wanted to grab, remember I told you guys a long time ago, one of the reasons I was perturbed with doing major mass media was everyone I started to work with had an agenda. And so when you have an agenda, you lead with that in your thought process. And now all you're looking for are slithers and slices of factual information that supports that argument. That makes me want to throw up every time I see that in motion. And it happens 1,000 times a day. Where instead of you just letting the facts and letting this define it for itself, Ja Morant, NBA guy, what should happen, instead of letting that lead you to your talking points. You start from a place and then try to reverse engineer it. Y'all catch it? So I didn't like JJ Redick for doing this because it almost seemed like he was really trying to say, what's up with the white dude getting away with this? And the young brother can't get away with that. He would have been better off just saying that, because then it wouldn't have been so cloudy in terms of what he was saying, right? You're like, why are you going way over there? I understand the support for what JJ Redick is saying is also. It's like, well, this dude did get away with it. But this guy's not an employee of an association that already you had a violation. Your time to talk about that, John Morant, was when you talked to the commissioner. If you said then, I didn't break any laws. If you said then, hey man, why y'all coming down hard on me? All I did was have a gun. Well, it's not illegal to have that gun, John Morant. It's irresponsible the way you're using it. Give you guys an example. I've seen a lot of players and athletes take pictures over the year. Probably the most famous you guys have seen that's black, Draymond Green. Remember Draymond Green? I don't know what kind of weapons these are. These are military issued. And he was take pictures, but you can tell by the context of the picture. Gun range, somewhere in a different environment, not bouncing to the beat of the song recklessly, irresponsibly with a gun, because you're supposed to assume that is a loaded gun with lethal force in your hands. So doing this is not the same as someone doing this at a gun range, right? It's just a different context. So you can't go there for John Morant. He didn't break any laws, so therefore what? No. And you can't say this and try to really imply it's a racial conversation. You can't. That's lazy. This is about an employee who already had a violation in this same respect, in this same lane. All right, so let's talk about Whitlock's take on it, right? Now, Whitlock had an interesting take on it, even though it's full of hot sauce, and Whitlock loves hot sauce on his takes. Like, his takes will never be mild. At his take shop, they don't serve mild. It's always hot, right? And on this one, I get what he was saying to a degree. Like, JJ, what you're trying to do is get this megaphone out and really do something that you think is going to get you in the good graces of the public at large. And there are times when Steve Kerr says that, and there are times when Greg Popovich says that, and you're like, yeah, I get your point, but damn, you're going to a place where you're really just trying to pander, or more importantly, you're just trying to get in good graces, even though the facts don't always support and align it. I've seen that before because I've disagreed with Pop before. I've disagreed with Steve Kerr before. And in this take with JJ Redick, I disagree. So by that congregation, I understand what Whitlock was saying. Hot sauce aside, right? Here's what's going on also to me. Charles Barkley said something in terms of, he didn't call out the names because he probably doesn't want to give them that attention, or he doesn't really want to go all in. You could just be like, hey, bruh, hit dogs holler. I wasn't talking about you, but if you thought I was, this shoe fit, wear it, right? I like Barkley, what he said in terms of like, y'all are tripping if y'all gonna let this situation become something that we're divided upon, right? If this is gonna become something that all of a sudden we're gonna look at it in a different way, like, nah, Ja's okay. He didn't do anything illegal. It's okay to have a gun and just do this. And then, you know why I know it's not okay? You wanna know why? Because as soon as Devontae Pack, his boys, saw it, phone drop. Why did his phone drop? One, because he knew he was in violation of his employee contract. Two, he knew it was at stake for John Morant. And three, he didn't think that was the smart thing to do. All those things, right? Like, you dog, we already talked about this, dog. You already got in trouble for this. Dog, I'm over here enjoying the same song as you. What the hell is the weapon doing? Like, why do we need a prop on IG Live, dog? This is enough. This works. We get this. This is the symbol of a gun. So even his boy told us that there's no other way to look at this but like, Ja, you out here tripping. Okay. Now, let me get into some of the takes that I have, because I think what's happening is some of this is being coded in language. Barkley didn't say the name, right? And then we're talking about, well, JJ Redick is saying, well, the white guy could do it and the black guy can't do it. So it's a lot of coding going on right here. You know, whether you're white or you're white and conservative, a lot of times in this country now, we're going to say, attach to you some thoughts of racism. Be real. Like, y'all gonna keep it real. Like, that's what's being used. Like, I wonder if you're white and conservative. They're like, I wonder if you're racist, whatever that may be. If you're young and black, liberal too, really, but just young and black, is he dangerous? Is he gangster? Is he going to be playing with guns irresponsibly? That's what the assumptions are. They collided in this take. That's why this is so big beyond Ja Morant just being a superstar, is because some real sociological issues are at play right here. But this is also why race relationships aren't better in this country, even though they're not as bad as they're being advertised. I hate the media when they act like we're so divided. Yeah, but we're also just different. So you can call that whatever you want, but we are different, not necessarily always divided. Everybody I know has tons of friends from all backgrounds. I hate when we got to qualify that, but we know that's to be real. Okay, so in this country right now, JJ Redick is guilty of this, and this is happening everywhere. This is pervasive. To pick up one thing, you got to drop the other. To love one thing, everyone assumes you got to hate the other. And what JJ Redick did was take it away from assumption and actually talk about one thing like I support it, and I'm about to diss the other. And that's why we don't have the balance, the equality, the equity that you want in terms of people being respected. Because every time you promote something, you're always trying to diss something. Why not just talk about Ja Morant exclusively, explicitly, and therefore we can understand your point even better. But when it comes to, oh, I agree with you, talking about John, I agree, okay. Oh, but I also agree with this guy. Now you're torn, and therefore you're not going to decide either way. JJ Redick knows better than that, but JJ Redick played that card this time. And it's a race card. It's simple. You know, they always think the black people only play race card. No, we just saw a white person play the race card, and his name is JJ Redick. Okay, what else is going on with this? That we have challenges in this country. And I'm not proud of Ja Morant for one reason. And I'm not a person that cares what you think about me like deeply. Now, you can stroke my ego, make me feel good, and you can diss me and make me feel a little bad. But I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to keep marching. Good, bad, ugly, I'm going to keep doing what I got to do. That's just how I'm built. But I'm not proud of Ja Morant for this moment. And even though I don't think one of us represents all of us, I'm not proud that a black man is being that irresponsible with that platform with a gun when he knows how guns have torn apart this country and especially the black community. But here's the next layer, the layer that a lot of people don't like to say, that when I read statistics as a young black male that was growing up in Compton, South Central LA, that 6%, I represent 6% of this country, black males, right? 6% of this country, but then 53% of the murders are committed by young black males. What? Like black male, like I was being identified as one of those 6%, yes, but also through the assumptions, because we stereotype, because we generalize, of one of those more prone, more dangerous, potentially, to be one of those 53%. You catch that? So I'm not proud of that moment. At the same time, we're all different. We're not the monolith. So I kind of always keep myself in check and pause in the moments when I really want to feel upset about that. I'm like, I am not Ja Morant. Ja Morant is not me. So in the expression of whoever you are, you shouldn't be lumped together. But I know growing up in my community, I had to use too much of my brain matter, too much of my hardware and software just to navigate around the violence, largely guns. And now you're going to be irresponsible. Legal? Fine. Irresponsible? Hell no, man. You can't do that. And that's why, once again, I am a partner in Argo, Alliance for Responsible Gun Ownership. We didn't say illegal. We didn't say anything about it. It's about responsibility. Draymond Green proved that in his images online. So look at all this situation for what it is. This was a cocktail. This is why people are still talking about it like me. And next week, I think we will as well. We got to make sure that in promotion of the right things, of responsible things, all of a sudden we don't get into a simple and a lazy place of assumptions and, more importantly, the race card. Because that's why things don't get done. We go laterally or we go backwards when we know responsibly we all can go forward. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we end every show with a Wileyism. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Oh, that's why I'm still fat. Let me stop. That's why I'm still big boned. Let me stop. Man, it's 11:30 at night. I'm sleepy enough to go to bed, but I'm also, curious enough to be in the pantry checking out them Cheetos. And whenever my son gets Cheetos, he knows the next morning he has no Cheetos. Because daddy, but I got goals, right? I want my six-pack back. Yup, I want my six-pack back. And I look at Shannon Sharp all the time. I'm like, damn, Shannon in shape. I saw my guy, Stephen Lewis. If you don't know who Steve Lewis is, he won the Olympics in the 400, used to run on my track team. I love the guy. He is in sick shape, and he's older than me. 5-6 years older than me, six-pack, all that. And I'm looking at myself like, damn, why I can't look like Shannon or him? Oh, it's simple. Discipline is choosing between what you want now. I want them Cheetos and what you want most. So if I would have chose the six-pack, what would I do? I'd go to bed. What would I do? I wouldn't be in the pantry saying, I wonder what's in here. Fat boy, you know what's in there. Get your ass out the pantry. So, man, just remember that in anything you guys want, right? Anything that you want in this world and desire, it's about the discipline. Choose between what you want now and what you want most. That'll do it for today's episode of Never Shut Up. Once again, I got to shout out my boy, Adrian Carr. This is yours, man. I'm going to hook you up on our free Friday giveaways, all right? And that ain't enough because mama said, boy, you got two hands. Bring something else, damn it. All right, Buffalo Bills jersey for next week's winner on free Friday giveaways. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. I know I will. Why? Because we play football and basketball. Phil Belichick is in the house. Talk to you guys on Monday. Hey.